Hi everyone, it's Nat here. Hope you're all doing well and I hope that you've all recovered from Christmas. Hope your stomachs have recovered anyway. That's my problem, is the overeating of junk food, and need to eat a bit healthy for a while to recover. So I'm on for a bit and piece video. I thought it would be good just to have a bit of a catch up and consider the new year with my channel. And there's a few things that I'd just like to discuss and a couple of little crafty things I'd like to show you as well. So first of all, I want to discuss the collaborations that I participated in 2022. So there were a number of collaborations and some of them have been ongoing ones, and I have thoroughly enjoyed myself this past year. However, I tend to have been doing more collaboration videos each week than I have crafty ones. Now, that's due to a number of things. As you all know, I haven't been feeling the best, and that's been like a chronic issue over the last couple of years that possibly will go on for another couple of years. So I've had to take that into consideration, and that's some of the reason for me doing a lot of the collaboration videos in the last year. It's been a bit easier for me to do haul videos and flip throughs and that than it has been to do crafting videos. But in the new year, I'd really like to focus on doing more of my simple crafty videos. I want to get into making a lot more embellishments for my journals and that sort of thing. So I think that it would be good for me to cut back on my collaborations. I'm sort of sick of hearing myself saying at the start of every video that this is an open collaboration hosted by blah, 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 whether it's me or anyone else. So I do love supporting other people, and I certainly will jump in on one every now and again, and especially if there are small collabs here and there. If it's something that fits in with what I'm doing, then I'll definitely give it a go. But otherwise, I will be stopping doing the collaborations for a while. But in saying that, I'd really like to say a massive thank you to the following people and give them a huge shout out, because I have had a ball participating in their collaborations in the past year. So firstly, Not Too Shabby Chic. Now that's Dale. I have been doing her Friendship Fridays and they've been heaps of fun. Christina's Shack, she's been doing the Flip Through Fridays. That's becoming quite popular too, and I'll definitely be continuing to watch people's videos on these when I get time, because I do enjoy watching them all as well. Turquoise Dreaming, Cherie, I've been participating for a long while in her Thrifty Thursdays. I did do a couple of her Tag Tuesdays, and I also did her Show Us How You Organise, which she co-hosted with Susan Hiles Art. So a massive shout out to those channels, and thank you so much for hosting those awesome collaborations. They were heaps and heaps of fun. So as I said, if there's little ones here and there, like the Show Us How You Organise, that just ran over a month or something, and that was heaps of fun to do. Little things like that I might do if they fit in with what I'm doing. Otherwise, I completely understand, ladies. If you'd like to take my name off of your lists, that's, fine, because I won't be doing them on a regular basis anymore. But yeah, I might jump in every now and again if it fits in and that for me. So yeah, just a massive thank you. And to all of yous out there, if you haven't heard of them, go and check them out. I'll link them down below. They're awesome collaborations to participate in. Thrifty Thursday is absolutely huge. Heaps of people do that one. And as I said, Flip Through Fridays becoming quite popular, and Friendship Friday is a really good one to show the things that you're sending or receiving from friends, and just to give your friends a bit of love and that. So all right, so that's the first thing I wanted to discuss. Yeah, as I said, it's I think the end of the year is a good time to take stock of, how the year's gone with your channels and where you want to go in the new year and that. And I thought it's about time that I did that, because things, it's been hard keeping up my channel this past year, but I really do want to focus on getting it back to basics and back to crafting embellishments and preparation for future journals and that sort of thing. So, next thing I want to discuss is in the new year, I'd like to continue doing some projects. So, I'd like to continue raiding the digitals at Witchcraft Do You Do and making some projects with them for my journals and that as design team projects. So, I hope to bring you some more of them in the new year. I also want to continue organising, and I will share progress on that with you guys as well. Another thing is my Etsy. As I said, I've opened it, but I haven't restocked it for ages, and I really need to concentrate on doing that. So I've got a busy year ahead, and yeah, definitely a good thing for me to focus more on making things and getting my Etsy going. Would be the best thing for me to do it at the moment. All right, now what I have been up to, I have been doing a little bit of crafting. So as I said in a previous video, I wanted to get the fox signature done for my son's journal. So it's not quite there, but I have been working on it, so I thought I'd better fess up and show that to you. So I have these covers which I am considering using for this project for his journal. I am making it 4 signatures, and I'm thinking of doing it in a lapbook style. Therefore, it would be something like that. And I'm thinking of doing 2 signatures in each side, like so, whichever way you do them. I've never done one before, but I'll work it out. So that's the plan. So I'm cutting my pages down to fit into these. Whether I change my mind or not, we will see. So this so far is my fox signature. Still needs a lot of work, and I've got to add some pages, but I found this envelope in my stash that's already been inked up, and I thought that's perfect. I've got, I think it's the cover of a book thing that I found in the recycling. I've been cutting out pages of, now how do you say his name, Ryan Povlet, something like that. He was the one that illustrated the Gnomes book that we all love. Now it's a book called, I think it's called The Forest. I'm using pages of that for the Fox journal, and I'm also using the grunge papers from Witchcraft Do You Do, and I've showed them on a previous video. So I've been folding them and cutting them down and putting them in here. So they're the beautiful pages from the book. I've also got another book that I've found some pages for that might go in here as well. So I've just been pulling them out bits and pieces and figuring out where I might put them. But I've still got a fair few pages that I need to put in here. But I thought I'd better show you that I have made an attempt. Gorgeous pictures in here. So I must get on with this. Yeah, not much in there yet, but we're getting there. And then the last thing I wanted to show you was yesterday. It was 36 degrees here, so it's the first really hot day that we've had. It was quite uncomfortable. And I was sitting on the bed, you know, thinking how hot it is, and I can't be bothered doing anything in the heat. And then I thought, what are you doing? It's the perfect weather to get my stamps, because I have stacks of stamps that are on the paper that I want to take off the paper. I thought it was the perfect weather to do that because, of course, they dry quickly. So I put a towel on my kitchen bench, and I got some warm water, and I grabbed about a third of what was in this bag, stuck them in the water, and got myself all these stamps that I now need to sort out and put away. And then I was left, of course, with all the backing paper, which I usually just, you know, you get this mushy wad of the backing paper, and I usually just throw that in the bin. And then I thought, well, it's already really mushy, so maybe I could do something with it. So finally, I dragged out my paper making kit, which I've never done before, and my new blender, which I showed you in a previous haul video, I think. That I got from the second-hand shop for $15, and it worked a charm. And I made paper for the first time. Now, out of, as I said, a handful that was like a third of what was in here, I made, I think it was 11 pages. Now, they're not A4, but I'll show you what I've got. Look at this. Now, these two were duds because that was the end of the line where there wasn't quite enough paper to make it thick enough, or quite enough of the pulp to make it thick enough. But I can still use that for collaging, or I can put it back in the water next time I go to make paper. So this is more like toilet paper. So, and then these are the pieces, and I just can't believe how beautiful they are, considering they come from that stuff. Now, they've got this light blue tinge to them, which I assume is because, of course, it's mostly envelopes with the blue dye in them. There was also a blue piece of paper that one of the stamps was on. There are a few darker blue specks, so whether some dye came and made it a bit bluer than it would have been. There's also some sort of straw-like specks because there were a few bits of your oh, is that craft sort of paper? What do you call it? Manila envelopes or whatever in there. I didn't really care. I thought I'm just going to put all of it in and see how it comes out. And then I'll know whether I like it or not. But I love it because it's got that sort of eggshell effect. I was also a little concerned because when you take the stamps off, there's a lot of the glue residue that's left behind on the paper, and I wasn't sure how that was going to come out. And when I mixed the pulp in with the water, there was a lot of stuff floating on top, which I think was bits of the glue, and I think that's a bit of glue there too. I'm not sure whether next time I could like get that off the top of the water, like skim it off the top of the water first, but I don't think it's caused a problem. If anything, maybe it helps it all stick together. I don't know, but this has turned out amazing. Look at it. This one's really nice and thin too, and it seems strong enough. Not sure about writing on it yet, but it looks pretty good. So we've got one, that one's thin, 2, 3, 4. Now that one's quite thick. It's almost getting a bit more like card, but it's still thin enough. I think when you start doing it, they're sort of thicker because you've got more pulp. Is that 5? Or was that 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That one's heaps thick. 8, 9, yeah, so it was 11, and that's counting the 2 that were too thin, but the first 2 were a bit thick, so really, if you evened them out, it would be 11 nice sheets. So I was so happy with that, and to know that I could make that much paper out of just a handful of this, I just thought that was amazing. So I'll definitely be doing that again. So in the next week, I'll probably do it, and I'll film the process just for any of you that are like me and have never made paper before. So I might show you how I take the stamps off and then how I make it into the paper. And of course you can add bits and pieces too. I don't know if that's a bit of plastic from the window of an envelope or a bit of the glue or what. But yeah, I might add something to 1 or 2 of the bits of the paper next time and just see how it goes. You can also add your colour as well, and that's something I'll do in the future. But I really love the colour of this. It's very, very subtle, light blue with those flecks of other colours. Now, I've got some white paper here. I'm sure I do. So this is just white copy paper. But there, that shows you sort of the difference in colour there. Very, very nice. So, and it was heaps fun. I thought it'd be lots and lots of hard work, which it is a bit of work, but it was a lot more fun than I thought it would be. And the technique that I used, I found really simple as well for mass making and drying and all that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to showing you guys that and had to share it with you. So I'm going to spend some time now sorting out my stamps and putting them away and cleaning up my craft room ready for all this embellishment making in the new year. So yes, again, thank you so much to all the hosts of the collaborations in the last year. As I said, I'm going to continue definitely supporting those channels and watching other people that participate when I get a chance. But yes, I must refresh what I'm doing on my channel and bring it back to more crafting, hopefully, if all goes well. Anyway, that's it for me. Hopefully next time I see you, we'll be doing some crafting. So take care of yourself, be good, and I will see you again soon. Bye.